Hello and welcome to the last month of the Build Your Stash collab. Want to give a huge thanks to Creative Mommy and EVELYN CREATIVA who hosted this collab, and thank you so much for letting me participate. I've enjoyed watching everyone's videos, seeing what they have created. I've definitely gotten some ideas from everybody to build my stash a little bit more. So if you can see right in front of me, this month I have been working with yarn. So I didn't get to make everything that I absolutely wanted. I found that I had difficulties with the butterflies. It took me a while to figure it out, and I'm gonna say I definitely was getting frustrated and almost gave up, but I powered through and eventually figured out what I was doing wrong. I was kind of hoping to make some bows and maybe some flowers, which I'll probably eventually get to, but now that I kind of have this down packed, I will definitely be making some more of these. And then I just got to figure out the different sizes. So I have some bigger ones here and these smaller ones. So I'm going to be making more of these for sure. And then this one was a tester for a different one. So this is kind of big to put in projects, but again, super cute. And it kind of stands up like that. And then I also made some pom-poms, not as many as I'd like, but definitely those. So for the pom-poms, I used these. I think this is the small pack of pom-pom maker from Michaels, so you can definitely go pick one up, and you could probably also use a coupon code for those. It's super easy to make. There's a lot of YouTube videos on how to create pom-poms. For all of these butterflies, I will leave a link down below to the videos that I watched. And I will also attach, sorry, I have a cat distracting me here. I will also be attaching my tutorial on how I created these smaller butterflies. I think it's roughly about 18 minutes, so if you want to watch that, keep watching. If you don't want to, you can definitely exit out of the video once I have gone through this and my giveaway. And so just you note, I am not a crocheter. I used to knit a long time ago and I kind of forgot, but if my terminology or how I explain how to do something isn't correct or doesn't make sense, please definitely go check out those other videos. The videos that I followed are people who obviously know what they're doing. And so yeah, I thought it was very helpful. All right. So I'm going to get into the giveaway here. So I'm just going to clear all of this up a bit, and I will be sharing with you what we've made and how to enter into the giveaway. Okay, so in order to enter into the giveaway here, you must be 18 years of age or older. And what I'd like you to do is to comment below which was your favorite Craft Bash share video, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. So I will close the giveaway on June 8th, and so I'll pull a winner shortly after that. And this is open internationally, so anyone who can participate. So for the giveaway, you will be getting a little something from each of the months of the Stash Bash that I created. So for the very first month was digital paper, how I create my own, or how I print my own digital paper, and also how I make my own dies, or cut out my own die cuts for that. The next month was bows. So you'll be getting some of these super cute mermaid bows and some of these other type of bows here. Month after that was flowers. So I shared how I made a whole bunch of these flowers. And last month I shared with how I made rosettes and also the sewn rosettes. And so I also left the rosettes blank, and I kind of just did a theme with the rosettes, so you can definitely decorate these as you wish. So you'll get those. And so from this month, you're going to be getting some of the yarn stuff. So inside this little baggie here, I have some of the butterflies, just the smaller ones, if you can see. So I have the 3 colors. If I have chance to make some others in different colors, I'll definitely add those as well. And then also I added 3 pom-poms in here as well. So that is everything that I am going to be including in my giveaway. So one lucky person will win all of this. So again, I will close it June 8th, so that's a week away. You have to be 18 years of older. It is open internationally, and just leave a comment down below which was your favorite Craft Bash share video. So if you're interested in seeing what everyone else has created this month and seeing what they're doing for their giveaway or how to enter into their giveaway, definitely go check out all of the talented ladies listed down below. And again, I had a great time participating in this collab, and I look forward to seeing what everyone else has created this month. And again, if you're interested in seeing my tutorial on how I made this butterfly, just keep watching. If not, you can exit out now. So I hope you all have a great and crafty day. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so I'm going to be teaching you how I created this cute little butterfly, crochet butterfly. So this is the YouTube video by Jada in Stitches that I followed along to create this one in particular. I will definitely leave the links of all of the other videos of all the other butterflies that I followed along down below, so you can definitely find those out. Just a disclaimer here, I do not crochet, so sorry for any terminology or if I explain something incorrectly for all of those seasoned crocheters out there. I had to figure this out kind of on my own. I watched the videos and I had to stop, rewind multiple times in order to get this down. And let's just say there was a time where I wanted to throw all of this stuff out the window because my butterflies weren't turning out, so I was doing something wrong, and I realized I was twisting as I was going along. And so that makes a big difference. So I used to knit, and this was a long time ago, so I do not remember how to knit. So some of the words kind of ring a bell, some things. So crocheting and knitting, I don't want to say they're similar. They could be, I don't know. I already had some tools for crocheting because I had it for knitting. So I will be showing how to do this. So I'm using this really skinny small yarn here. And this is the information for it. So if you want to find something similar in weight or style, you definitely can. I found, for especially these smaller ones, I found using this thicker yarn, and even this one, was extremely difficult. I was able, this one here was a little bit thinner than the other one I showed you, so I was able to, I'm pretty sure that's the same style here. Sorry, I just made a bunch of them. I'm pretty sure that's the same style. So making these smaller ones, the bigger yarn does not work. I'll just say that. It does work kind of better for some of the other videos I followed for some of these bigger ones. Okay. And so this is the crochet hook that I'm using. It's a 5mm, which for this weight of yarn, I am pretty sure I'm using the wrong size of crochet hook, but this is what I found works for me for some reason. And I did buy some small ones and I did try them, but for some reason, these smaller ones, you can see some of the ends, my yarn kept like falling off. So maybe with time, with practice, I might be able to figure this out and get a little bit better with doing it, but this one works for me. Okay, so you definitely want to roll out some yarn, and first what we have to do is we have to make a knot onto this. And so yeah, again, I had to watch the video many times to figure out how to do this, and I'm pretty sure there's other ways of doing it as well. So if the way I'm explaining it doesn't make sense, definitely you can look up like the beginning videos of other crochet videos on how to do it. And I'm not sure, it's some sort of knot, I can't remember what it was called. So sorry about that as well. So I use my 2 fingers and I just kind of put this down here. Okay, so then I wrap this around and as I come through the front, it crosses over, and then I just kind of hold it here. So with this facing up, I put it underneath, I wrap around, and I'm grabbing that yarn and I'm pulling it through here and then out. And then I release my fingers and then I kind of just snug it up. Okay? And sometimes your tail will be longer and shorter depending on how it goes. Okay, so next thing, and I remember this from knitting, is tension. Tension's very important as well. And I'm still figuring out my tension here because you don't want to be too tight and you don't want to be too loose. So yes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to chain 5. So this, you're going to wrap, first I'll show how I'm holding it like this. Again, I'm not sure if this is the correct way to hold it. I'm kind of holding this part here. This is wrapped around my main finger, kind of down. It's kind of, I'm kind of holding it here, kind of, that's where the tension comes from, is kind of here and here. And then I kind of just keep this finger here. And you'll see my hands kind of move as I'm going along and doing this. I just found out this is how it works best for me. So this, you're going to wrap this around the hook here because you want it to catch up at the hook part. And you want to, so you can see here, I'm kind of pulling this apart because I want to pull, you need to pull this straight through and have that under over top. Okay, so that's 1. We have to do this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, oops, 4, and 5. Okay, now we want to slip stitch into the first chain to form a ring. So here, you'll see a bunch of these chains or circles. This one here is your first one, I'm pretty sure. Again, I just figured this out and it works for me. So you're gonna put it through here, okay? Sorry, you're gonna put it through, okay? And then you wanna wrap this around here, and then that exact same thing, you wanna go right back out, okay? So now it's like this, and you wanna put that back through there. And I think it just kind of like helps tie it off. So when you go to do the next one, it won't like unravel. Okay. So next we want to do, and sorry, so how it goes is we're going to do a big wing, 2 small wings, and a big wing. So these 2 steps here are for the big wings, and these ones are for the small wings. And so eventually what you get is you get a big, small, small, big. Okay. So when I figured this out is you kind of want to find the center, and I kind of like end up, as I go along, it ends up stretching out for me. I don't know if that's correct or not, but it works for me. So you want to kind of find the center of that ring, okay? And I kind of like to hold it in between my thumb and my middle finger there. So you're going to be working everything into that. And very important, do not twist as you go along. That's where I was making a mistake, and it took me a long time to figure that out. Do I still make mistakes? Of course. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2. So you wrap it around and you're going to put it through that. So that's 1 and that's 2. Okay, so now it's double crochet 3 times into that ring right here. So you wrap this around. This then goes through that ring. You grab your yarn and you pull it back just like we did all those other times. Okay, do not, remember, try not to switch it around. So now you can see we have 3 of these. So now you're going to go through 2 of them. So you wrap this around and you're going to go through 2. So you go 1 and through 2. Okay, and then you wrap it around again and you go through 1 and you go through 2. Okay, so that was 1. We're going to wrap it around, go through, again, pull it through, okay? And then again, we do the same step. So as you get better, you'll be able to go through 2. Sometimes I have to pull just to relieve the tension a bit. Okay, so that was the second one. Wrap it around, go through, and as you can see, my ring has now gotten a little bit bigger. Like I said, I end up stretching it out. So I don't know if that's correct, if I'm doing it right, or if I'm just pulling it too much. If you're a crocheter and you know if I'm doing it wrong, please let me know. If that's how it's supposed to be, please let me know as well. Okay, so this is the third one, right? So again, we go through 2 of them and we go through 2 of them, okay? And then it's chain 2 and slip stitch into the ring, okay? So we're gonna chain 2, 1, 2. You're not gonna turn it around. You're going straight into your ring and you're pulling that one. Try not to, remember not to get the tail. You want the yarn, the part that's attached. So sometimes mine does come like through it, but I just kind of pull that so it's out of my way because I found like that's where I'm messing up a bit too. And then you want to go through the one that was already on your hook there, okay? So that's our one big wing. Now we're gonna do one of our small ones. And as I go along too, sometimes I'll pull, or I'll show you when I do the small one here. So we're gonna chain, chain 2. So 1 and 2. Now we're gonna double crochet 2 times into the ring. So you wrap it around, you go through your ring, you're gonna grab your yarn and pull it back out. So again, now we have those 3. And you do the double one again, you go through 2 of them. Okay, and you go through this next 2. There we go. Okay, I messed up the one. Okay, now we're gonna do that again. Wrap it around, you go through, pull it out. And then here, so you can see I have to work my fingers a bit, work the tension there, and then wrap it around and go through 2, okay? And you can see I'm kind of pulling the wing around the ring here a bit, just so I have more space to work. Okay, so now we're gonna chain 2 and slip stitch into the ring. So 1 and 2. Okay, you go into your ring, pull it out, and then you pull it through that one again. Okay, so there's first small one. Now we're gonna do that again. You're gonna chain 2, 1 and 2. You wrap this around, you go through your ring, pull out, grab your yarn, and pull it back through. Okay, now we have 3. And then you go through 2 of them, and you go through 2 of them. Okay, you wrap it around, you go through the ring, pull out your yarn through the ring you just went through. We have the 3, and you go through 2 of those, and you go through those 2. Okay, and so yeah, I'm just gonna pull that off to the side. It moves, this yarn moves around your ring there. Chain 2, 1, 2, you go through your ring, grab your yarn, pull it through, and then you want to pull it through that one that stitch was already on there. Okay, so that's your second small wing. Now we're gonna do the big wing again. So chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're gonna go around once, and we're gonna do this 3 times. Go through your ring, grab your yarn, pull it out, and then again you go through you grab 2 of these, 1, 2, and so yeah. And I find turning it to the side, it like holds this into place. So that was 1. Always remember to count, because that's also where I messed up on my wings. And we'll go through that. Whoops. In there, and then we got to do this one more time. And 1, 2, whoops, and 1, 2. Okay, and then we chain it, chain 2, 1, 2, and then you go into your ring, grab your yarn, pull it through, and then you pull it through. Okay, and then so what I do is, I guess it's kind of like a chain 1. You just do that. I find just to kind of help tie it off near the end here. Pull some out, grab your scissors, and then here what I do is I just kind of hold this and pull my yarn away, and then I kind of just tighten it up here. So this is what it looks like. So in order to get it to look more like this, we now have to squish this together. So as you can see here, we have our big wing, our small one, and another big one. So because butterfly wings are symmetrical, you have the two big ones on the top, two big ones on the bottom. So you just kind of pinch this together, and using not the tail part where we used to tie the knot at the very beginning, the very last one, because it'll kind of be at the top here, that's the one you want to wrap around the center here. And I just, whoops, go around, around, and around a couple of times, or however many times you want to do. What you definitely could do is you could cut off a piece of yarn and then wrap it around and tie it at the end. So in her video, what she does is she uses one of these and then just kind of threads it through and ties it off that way. I find that sometimes I like to use the tail part that when we first did our first knot, oops, and the part that we have. So I have it kind of on the same side, and then I just kind of tie a knot. I just found it was easier and quicker. And I just kind of tie a knot. So you might have to just kind of play it around so you're not, and I kind of maybe like make it a little loose. And then the next one, because sometimes it'll like move the wing over a bit, and then I'll make that one a little bit tighter. And then what I'll do is kind of just fluff out my wings a little bit, you know, maybe open it up a bit, and then there we go. Then what I'll do is I will cut this back piece off, and I will then cut another piece, and sometimes I'll be kind of like generous with it. Here, maybe I'll show you. Okay, so we'll go like this. Sorry, I'm going to cut these ones off. And you can be quite close now because we have tied it off, and then that just gets thrown in the garbage. And then this part, I think I found it was easiest to do this way. So I'm going to thread this, and you can see this is just a needle with a big eye. Whoops. And it's not a sharp one at all. Okay. So we want to get that through, and then where the big, you want your big wings at the top, yeah, big wings at the top, you go through your body, and you just want to pull it through so you have one side, and I'm just going to pull one side so I have one set of it coming through, and then I'm going to kind of just like pull this up top here. Okay, so now it's like that, and I'm just going to tie it at the top so that way it doesn't fall out. And you can definitely, I tend to do double knots so it stays. Okay, so then if you want, you can cut, you'll definitely can trim it off, and if you want to leave a little bit extra and do a little knot at the end to create some like a tin of bulbs, you can. And you can also do this in a different color. Let's see if I did that. I think I did them all in the same colors actually. Yeah, I did. Okay. I didn't, except for here. This one was a different video. And you can see, yeah, this part here, and then you can definitely make your antennas a different color. And that's what I mean, you can tie at the end, and so they make it a little ball. So there we go. And in the video of hers, she uses some sort of wire to put it through, and she puts like beads at the end. So I'm going to do that to a few of them as well. All right, so hopefully how I explained how to create these butterflies made sense to you. You're able to kind of follow along or figure it out yourself. And again, definitely check out those videos down below on how they properly do it. And so I look forward to seeing how everyone else creates their butterflies. So if you do, definitely leave a video down below, link down below, or you can tag me in the posts on Instagram or anything like that.